Good evening, S.Y.B.Sc. students. Today we are going to discuss on the botany paper first, semester first, BO231, choice-based credit system, taxonomy of angiosperm and plant ecology. In last lecture, we already discussed about the different types of the system, that is artificial system, natural system and phylogenetic system. These systems are proposed time to time by different scientists, and according to this system the plants are classified on the basis of their available characters. If the characters are less, this system was rejected, and if the maximum characters are taken under consideration, then this system is accepted throughout the world. So the first system is the artificial system, which was proposed by the Carl Linnaeus. Then natural system of classification, which was proposed by George Bentham and J.D. Hooker, and lastly the phylogenetic system, which was proposed by the Engler and Trent. In this lecture, we are going to discuss on the very important point, that is APG. So, what is APG? APG is nothing but the Angiosperm phylogeny group. So, Angiosperm phylogeny group means what? It is informal group of the different or various scientists. Those are working on the plants, and these scientists throughout the world, they are coming together, and as they comes together, they gather the information from the various parts and develop their knowledge, and this knowledge is used for the further development in the field of the taxonomy. And these characters are taken by the different fields, and it was the first attempt for in 1998 for development of the such type of the molecular system of classification. Then this system, as this system was proposed, or this system was developed in 1998. So this system is known as the Angiosperm phylogeny group first, which was discussed in 1998. Then this same system, that is the APG first, was revised in 2003, and it was released as, or it was named as APG2 on the basis of the new characters. In 2009 again, the same is APG second is revised, and new system was published, that is APG3, and such APG3 is nothing but the new system, and this new system again lastly proposed and that is revised in 2016, and a new version is developed, and this new version is nothing but the APG4. What is done in this system, that is according to this system the various information are collected from the various field. They are expertise, that is different scientists are expertise in this field, and hence this their discussion is they discuss their views and idea among them, and this information is used for the development of or the new formation or new system formation. It is known as APG. APG is not an actual system, but it is the informal group of different scientists, or informal group of scientists. They comes together, they discuss together, and they share their knowledge. So system was based on information received from various disciplines such as morphological character, anatomical character, embryological character. You all are known this word, that is gross morphology, maximum morphological character, that is external characters are taken, gross anatomical characters are taken, embryological characters are taken, that is the structure of the stamen structure of carpels, then male gametophyte, female gametophyte, then embryo sac, and then development of the embryo. Everything is discussed in this embryology. So, the such information about the plants in the view of these all characters are taken under consideration. Then palynology, study of the pollen grains, it is also discussed. It is also discussed by the certain scientists. Then karyology. Karyology is the minute cell nucleus structure is studied, and such character is used for that. Then phytochemical, phytochemistry. Phytochemistry means what? It is the chemicals those are present in the plants. So which type of the chemicals, especially the alkaloids which are present in the plants, tannin which is present in the plants, resin is present in the plants. So everything is discussed in this phytochemistry, and more strongly it is concentrated on the molecular data. So recent updated version is the APG4, which was published in 2016, recognized by 64 orders and 416 families. So APG4, that is in APG4, angiosperms are classified into three groups. That is early angiosperm, then monocots and eudicots. Then early angiosperm means what? That is, when we observe this all, that is early angiosperm means the group of the plants, that is the, especially it is the dicotyledons, but it is primitive dicotyledon. Primitive in the sense that is in the evolution it is primitive dicotyledon. No doubt it is early angiosperm, but it is primitive dicotyledon. Which type of the characters is there? That is, when we take the example of the ranels, these ranels, that is order ranel, having the apocarpus uri, stamens, that is anthers, that is androecium and gynoecium, that is anthers, stamens and carpels are comparatively more. They are more in number. They are indefinite in number. Again, there are one more character are found there. That is the in case of this one, flowers are trimerous. So these are the advanced. These are the primitive dicotyledons, which shows the character of dicotyledon, especially when we observe the leaves, that is leaves shows the reticulate venation, but they are petiolate and alternate. So such characters are present there, but additionally they shows the different types of the these character as a primitive characters when they are gets evolved. So these characters are pay attention at that is seeds always two cotyledon. This is the main character of the dicotyledon, that is seeds with two cotyledon. When we try to rupture the seed, then we got the two cotyledon inside the seed. This is the character of the dicotyledon, very important and main character of the dicotyledon. Then presence of ethereal oil, that is ethereal oil is present in the oil glands are present in the plants. Then leaves are simple and having the reticulate venation. This is the main character. This is the character of dicotyledon as like this one. Then the floral verse with many parts. That is, floral verse are with the many parts or many parts are there. Perianth are spirally arranged on the part in the trees. That is, they are perianth in the form of tree. Stamens with broad filaments. That is, stamens have the broad filament is there. And always the anther is tetrasporangiate, means four chambers are found in the ears of the anther. So it is known as the tetrasporangiate anther. Colon monocercate is there, and nectaries are rare or absent. Carpels are apocarpus, that is they are the free, that is known as the apocarpus uri is there. And as carpels are free, then such type of the fruit when it forms, it is etiario of the berries, that is grouping of the fruit is formed and the embryo is comparatively very small. These are the characters of the early angiosperm. No doubt early angiosperm is nothing but the dicotyledon plants. Then next group, which is nothing but the second group, which is known as monocots. So monocots have its own character. These monocots, that is seeds with single cotyledon. is seeds with single cotyledon as compared with the that is the dicotyledon. The monocotyledons have the seed, and these seeds are with the single cotyledon. Then primary root is there, which is known as the short lived root are there, that is known as the advantageous root, which is the character of this one. Then ethereal oil is rarely present or sometimes they are absent. These plants are herbaceous, that is monocots are herbaceous, and the cambium strip is absent in between phloem and xylem. That is the vascular bundles are conjoined, collateral and open in dicot, but here the vascular bundles are conjoined, collateral and closed because there is the absence of the cambium strip. Because monocot there is no need of the secondary growth, so the cambium strip is absent in this one. And vascular bundles are in the form of the scattering, means vascular bundles those are in the scattering form, means the vascular bundles are, that is the peripheral vascular bundles are small in size, and when we passes at the center the vascular bundles are the large in size. But these vascular bundles are not found in the ring, but these vascular bundles in the monocot, they are in the form of scattering, they are scattered. So these vascular bundles are in the scattering form, which is the typical character of the monocot. Leaves are simple, and as they are simple, one more thing, that is main character of monocot, the parallel venation is found there. Then floral parts are usually three, that is the we can say that the petals or the floral verse are in the form of three, that is they are three. Generally in the last slide, the floral parts in the primitive angiosperm, they are three or in multiple of three. But this monocot have its own character, that is floral verse are, or the flowers are trimerous, that is three or in multiple of three. Then perianth often composed of the tepals. Perianth is made up of the tepals, or the part of perianth is known as the tepals. Then pollen is monoseptate, and style is usually violet. Then Unicots. Unicots is nothing but it is advanced dicot. So these advanced dicot having the typical characters. That is, first one is the seed with two cotyledon, which is the same character as the dicotyledon. Then nodes trilacunar with three leaf traces. Then stomata is the anemocytic. What is meaning of anemocytic? That is, when there is the presence of the stomata, these stomata playing a role, these stomata is formed, and when this stomata is there, that is subsidiary cells which are present around the stomata. These subsidiary cells are not a cells which are irregular or unequal. So stomata is anemocytic. Then ethereal oil is rarely present or sometimes it is absent. Plant is woody plant is there, and leaves are simple or leaves are compound, usually having the reticulate nature. This is the character of this one. Then floral parts are the 5 or in multiple of 5. It is the advanced character of the dicotyledons as compared to the early angiosperm. Then style is solid. When we observe this actual classification, that is angiosperm divides into the early angiosperm, monocots and unicots. And unicots, that is the advanced dicotyledons, it is divided into the early diverging unicots, superrosids and superasterids. No doubt it have the different types of the orders and family. That is, this system is only classified on up to the families and not more than that. So this system have such type of the characters. Then one more thing, merits of this system. The system is based on information from the morphology. That is, maximum information is collected from the morphology, anatomy, embryology, phytochemistry and molecular study. Means what? The maximum information is collected from these sources. Then formal group names have been given mostly up to the orders, where monophylemy of the group has been firmly established. That is, this group is formed up to the order level. And what is monophylemy? Monophylemy means it is the group of the plants which are used as an ancestor group, which are used for the discussion, which are used for the comparison of the new plant with the ancestor plant. Then number of cladograms are being presented for the general affinities between various group of angiosperms based on molecular as also on information from the other field. Then angiosperms are not traditionally divided into the dicot, monocot or polypetally, gamopetally or apetally. That is, generally angiosperms are divided into the dicot, monocot. Again, dicot is divided into the polypetally, gamopetally or apetally. But such type of the classification of the angiosperm is not done in this system. This system is concentrated on the classification of angiosperm as the early angiosperm, monocots and the dicot, that is eudicots. Then family with primitive features are placed in the beginning of the classification system. That is, those family having primitive character. Just I told you, the Ranels having the family Anonaceae, and it is placed at the beginning of classification of system. This system is adapted phylogenetically the principle of monophyly. That is, this system, it is correct specific, and hence this system is it shows the such type of the character. It have the certain drawbacks. It have the certain limitations. That is, classification having not proceeding below the family level. The system is not useful in the practice as well as for the identification of herbaria or as a source of the as a flora. Means up to the below to the family, that there is the genus and there is the species. So this genus and species is required for the practical, for the identification of herbaria and as a source of flora. But such thing is not happens because the classification is limited up to the family level. Angiosperms have been given the ranks of division, but there are no formal taxa between ranks of an order and division. A rather unusual phenomena for the classification system. Then the number of families and genera remains unplaced. Means genera and family, they are remains as it is without any type of discussion, and name of informal groups are not in accordance with the ICBN. That is, ICBN International Code of Botanical Nomenclature says that there are the certain ranks and taxa is essential. But according to this, such ranks and taxa is not considered, and hence this system is the not properly discussed in this one. So thank you very much. Thank you, students.